know about wifey material by showing
because wifey material doesn't define what you're wearing. It's the type of person that you are.
Hi, this is Paint with Girls Gone Right, and if you are not already subscribed to this channel, make sure that you hit the subscribe button below, and if you want to go above and beyond, there is a Patreon linked in the description. We are doing another reaction to one of your favorite channels that was recommended to me actually by one of my subscribers. I had a subscriber comment in one of my videos saying that I should watch Homath. I love Homath. I love the way that he thinks and debunks all of these theories that women have about men and just theories in general. I actually love his mind and the way it works. It's very, very fascinating, and I love psychology. And I love that he implements that and gives you information in a way that you can digest it. So I am a huge fan of Homath. And today we are going to react to wifey material. And to me, this is just very interesting, right? Because we see in culture today that a lot of people just aren't getting married anymore. And it could be so many things, right? It could be people just aren't interested in getting married because there's no purpose to it anymore. It could be that men just have no value in marriage anymore. It could be that men are not high value and women are not high value and no one wants to marry each other because they're all being subpar human beings. So we are going to watch a Homath video breaking down wifey material. So let's go.
Long shorts. Wifey material. There is a mystery zone in human consciousness where something is happening and it's very obvious, but it can be denied using tricky language. Here's how to get around that.
I don't know about wifey material by showing
because wifey material doesn't define what you're wearing. It's the type of person that you are.
This is one of the dumbest conversations taking place in the Western world. This girl says that what you wear doesn't define whether you're wifey material. So to break that down using the integral map, what she's saying is that my choices don't define me. How I feel about myself defines me. And that is not correct. All of these things define you. Again, what men value in women is your body for reproduction purposes, your personality for what your behavior is going to add to our lives, and then we subtract your likelihood to get pregnant from someone else. And there's other details, they're just not that important. This one, however, is really, really important. And that's something a lot of women don't seem to get. It doesn't matter what you have here and here. If there's a significant chance that at some point you're going to have a different dude's baby in your body, you have negative value to us. I might have to change this to a multiplier. So if we're going to give you all of our time and effort and money, we need to make sure that you are not going to bring another dude's kid home. And we need a way to judge that, so we have to observe your behavior and the places that you choose to spend time in. I made another cube. I like cubes. This is the modest to independent axis, this is church to club, and then this is loyalty, low to high. Modesty is your individual choices about your exterior, or how you dress. The more that you expose yourself to the male gaze, the more that men will pursue you. And even though it's not you doing the pursuing, you know that men will pursue this more than this, and pretending otherwise is just insulting. So you know that men will go for this more than this. And then women say, well, you should trust me not to respond to this.
This episode is sponsored by Shoot 270 Indoor Ranges at the Glock store. Before I left Nashville, I had a chance to stop by their indoor range, and guys, this is like something I have never seen before. Their private shooting rooms let you shoot at multiple targets in multiple directions, just like you might have to in a real-life situation. You can draw from concealment holsters, which I do typically when training, and you can also use lasers, flashlights, in a low light setting and shoot from cover or on the move. You can shoot with full auto or with a suppressor, something that you can never do in a normal lane range. And let's be honest, shooting lanes are boring. This is real life training. So basically, if you want to train like your life depends on it, go check out the Shoot 270 indoor ranges at the Glock store in Nashville. So bring your friends, family, coworker, or maybe even a hinge date. It's a ton of fun, and I can't wait to visit the next time I'm back in Nashville.
And you do need trust in a relationship, but no one is immune to temptation. The more temptation you invite, the more likely you are to give in. So less modesty equals a higher value here. The same thing goes for the church club axis. That's where you choose to spend your time and who you choose to spend your time with. These are places where sexual aggression from men is more and less likely. And sometimes girls will say, well, I'm just going there to have fun with my friends, as if they don't know that that's true, which is again insulting. As for loyalty, there are women who can go out like this and never cheat, but how do we know who's who? We cannot know what's going on inside of your mind. Only you can know that. When we are judging how loyal you are, we have to look at your choices and the context that you choose to be in and the culture that you come from. And we can only make that judgment by observing your behavior. So, more likely to cheat is this box in the bottom rear left, and then least likely to cheat is up here. This is the wife box. Again, this girl says that your clothes don't define whether you're wife material. It's what kind of a person you are. But what kind of person you are is the choices that you make. We have no way to judge you other than your choices. That's what we can see. Women are not stupid. It is not realistic that they don't know that they're inviting attention when they dress like this. So if you make choices that maximize this in your life, then we have to judge you by it, and you don't get to say, I am wife material. Ignore my behavior. If you're a woman and you don't like the things I've said in this video, just imagine that you're a man for a moment, and someone asks you, hey, where is your wife tonight? And you have no choice but to say, oh, she's out with her friends. You think I want to sign a contract tying my finances to someone who makes these choices? Deliberately exposing yourself to temptation is included in the map. Read the map, learn the map, love the map.
Yet again, I completely agree with Homath on this one, and these are things that are within a woman's control. For a man, there are certain things that women need from a man to feel like they can be in a relationship with them and to feel like they are husband material. And those things have obstacles. What we ask out of a man is to protect and provide. They need to make X amount of money to provide for us. Men have barriers to get to those things. For a woman, it's pretty simple, actually. It's your decisions. Those are things that you can control. So it's relatively easier to be wife material than it is to be husband material. Men have barriers, women have choices, and those two things are very different. Women can control what they wear, and unfortunately, when you dress a certain way, you're getting male attention, and men do not like women who get a lot of male attention. Sure, it's great for lust, but then you have to fear competition, and you don't want to fear competition with someone that you love, and again, potentially signing a contract with, which is marriage. And a good woman who wants to be a wife doesn't want other men looking at her, because that is for one person and one person only. Also, this girl was wearing like a bikini top bra out in public, and that is something that you can control. If it's a decision that is pretty easy to make, like, do I want to wear this tiny top or do I want to wear something that has more coverage? That's a relatively easy decision. That's not much that there's no obstacle there besides just the choice of wanting to have a lot of male attention or not wanting to have a lot of male attention. And modesty is something that is really desirable. I think men like to feel safe with a woman, and you can provide that by closing off that male attention, by not showing off your body and showing a lot of skin when you go out. No, this is not, you don't have to dress like a nun, but don't wear a bra. That's undergarments. You're wearing a literal bra out in public. And that means not craving that male attention. Don't be messaging guys on Instagram all the time. That male attention thing is you just seeking validation and attention. Like, why do you want that? Why do you want male attention on the streets of wherever you're going? And I think it's also The trust me phrase is the denial of personal responsibility. It's the scapegoat. Like, oh, well, I don't want to be responsible for my own actions, so trust me because I want to dress like this and I want to go to the club with my friends. And so then you throw that trust me label on there. And I completely agree. Like, what are you going to a club for? When you go to a club, guys buy you drinks. Guys are approaching women. That is a place where it is inevitable that a man is probably going to buy you a drink and hit on you because what it comes from that drink. There is a conversation, so it's just not a wholesome place. So I completely agree. What are you doing out in a club, dressing a certain way, seeking all of this male attention when you have male attention and you only need if none of that matters, then why are you in those places? Why are you dressing like that? Because there's only one male attention that you should be seeking, and that is the man that you are pursuing and that you want to be their wife. So I completely back him on this one. And ladies, it is a very simple choice for you. If you want to be wifey material, if you want to get wifed up, act like a wife. Don't be dressing like a hoe. Dress like a wife would be. And I saw a reel on Instagram the other day, and it was this guy saying that the first thing that he looks at when he looks at a girl's Instagram is if he could show it to his mother. If the first few pictures, if he could openly show to his mom, this is my girlfriend. If you are showing so much skin and it's very promiscuous, that is not attractive to men in the sense like,
oh, I want to wife that up.
That's maybe lust. Maybe he wants to do inappropriate things with you because you're sexualizing yourself. And that's not great either. It's not a good feeling. All this male attention is sexualization. These men aren't trying to wife you up at a club. They have other intentions. They're buying your drink and they have other ideas in their head. So it's very ignorant to think otherwise. So another W take from Homath. And ladies, like I'm seeing this all the time when I go out. It's just skimpy clothes. What are we? We're wearing undergarments. We're wearing lingerie. We're wearing see-through tops, and I can see nipples. Like, what are we doing here? You're sexualizing yourself. The whole feminist movement has come to the point where women wanted to show their nipples and not be sexualized. But what do you think that you're doing dressing like that? You are sexualizing yourself, and then you get upset when a man sexualizes you because you're like, oh, well, I'm not trying to do that. I'm dressing for me. And this is the thing that we always hear, right? Is I'm dressing for me. Well, if you're dressing for you, I would sure hope that you don't want to wear skimpy clothes like that. If I'm dressing for me, I want to show myself and present myself in a classy way where it looks like I value myself. If you're dressing for you, like, oh, I don't dress for men, then why are you looking like this? That is not dressing for you. If that's what you have for yourself in your head, if that's the standards, that's pretty dang low. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button so you get notified anytime there is a new video. Thank you guys for watching Girls Gone Right.